Scaling without virality. Let's just hop straight into it. Most coaches think they need to go viral in order to hit 10, 20, 30, 50, even 100K a month. They're typically chasing views, trends, virality in a whole, and they're still getting stuck at under 5 to 10K a month. Here's the truth. You don't need 1 million followers. You don't even need 100,000 followers. You need content that speaks directly to your ideal client and a high ticket offer that they of course actually want. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build a 10, 20, even 30K per month coaching business with only needing a small amount of followers. Let's say for this example, 5,000 followers or even a few thousand followers, and why going viral is actually a distraction. So first off, we need to debunk the myth of virality, that views equal revenue, because viral content attracts everyone and not necessarily buyers. Usually never buyers at all. So let me cross this off. Wrong focus equals big audience, which equals small bank account, right? So if we look at this chart right here, you can see we have followers right here and we have revenue right here. The metrics don't correlate. It doesn't work, right? Virality doesn't equal clients. That's why right here, we just have a flat baseline of revenue. It just doesn't correlate with followers. Now, the high ticket math, if we break this down on why this, theory actually works in the first place, the power of a small audience. If you look at this example of, let's say 100K a year, this metric could be changed to 100K a month. Let's say 20 clients at 5K each. That is what's going to equal 100K cash collected. Now, if you look at the power of social media, how hard would it really be to bring in 20 clients a month, right? Just 20, even if we're reaching 5,000 people per month, right? As we know, a single video can reach 5,000 people. And if we know the size of your markets are typically big. I mean, I'm sure that there's hundreds and thousands, if not probably millions of people within your market that could benefit from your offer. With 5,000 followers, that's just 0.004% conversion rate, which shows you don't need 100,000 views. You just need 20 buyers to actually collect $100,000 with a high ticket offer at 5K, right? 5,000 followers goes to 20 buyers, goes to $100,000 cash collected. Now, how do we make this all happen, right? The numbers are cool. The theory is cool. We know the myth that virality doesn't equal money because we've seen tons of people get millions and millions of views, even millions of followers. And for example, try to sell like t-shirts and only make like $26, right? So what this comes down to is knowing your avatar deeply. Virality, on the other hand, equals wide and shallow. You don't really know anyone. You're just kind of dancing online. You're making loud videos. You don't really know your avatar. You don't really have a specific solution for someone, or maybe you do, but you're just not speaking to that person in your content. Now, authority, on the other hand, is narrow and deep, right? So to attract 20 buyers, you must know these 3 things right here. You must know their biggest pain points, their desired outcomes, and their limiting beliefs. So you can shift and filter through all of this within your content to build up the right trust, right? We want them to know, like, and trust us. We know they're going to know us from our content, right? You can know anyone. Now, where people fail is they don't get people to like or to trust them. Or maybe sometimes, there's a bit of a drop off when it comes to, from knowing to liking. But, people can still like influencers. They can still like people that dance online or make bold claims. But are they going to trust them? Specifically, are they going to trust them with their money, right? Do they trust that their solution is valuable, right? That's what it really comes down to. So content becomes a mirror of their problems. We have our avatar right here. And so what we want to understand is these 3 things, right? Their pains, desires, and their beliefs. So we can make content around that to build the right trust. Now, when this comes to content, what does this look like? How do we go about creating it? How do we build a system around it, right? Content is a precision tool when you do it the right way. When you know your avatar deeply and you're making content specifically for your ICP, it is a precision tool. So instead of, let's think of like a shotgun in this analogy, we're using a sniper, right? Which is ICP content, laser focused, just like this graphic right here, right? This is your ICP. This is the general audience, right? We don't really care about the general audience. We just want a bullseye right on our ICP, right? We want authority content that shifts beliefs and attracts the right people. And so at the end of the day, your content strategy is that inbound filter, right? It's filtering through these core components right here. So when it comes to your content pillars, they're made up of this right here, of the pain points, of their desired future, of their limiting beliefs. And what we're doing is we're inversing the influencer model, right? Where your content strategy is literally an inbound filter where only buyers can step through, right? Your content is not going to be appealing to the general public or the general audience, everyone else besides your ICP, because they're not going to understand it. But on the other hand, your ICP is going to see this content and they're going to feel like, dude, this guy's speaking directly to me. This guy knows exactly what, my pain points are, what future I want to have, the limiting beliefs holding me back. They really know me. Like they're probably in my shoes at some point, and they probably helped a lot of other people, get out of this current case scenario and get to my desired outcome, right? They really understand me. And what types of leads buy from you? The ones that feel like you understand them, that build, that have that trust with you. Those are the people that pay you. But a quick example of this is my client Fetty. So he scaled from 0 to 7K a month in just 60 days. And as you can see, his current audience size is right here. It might have gone up a little bit, but he's closing full 2K deals. We're going crazy with the bookings because we're making content that speaks directly to his ICP. We're showing the transformation. We're speaking to their pain points, the desired future that they want to have, their limiting beliefs, right? Framing content, doing all of that here, right? And so the ecosystem ensures that every piece of content speaks to your ICP. That's the main takeaway of this video. And that the order in which this goes is authority to reciprocity to conversion. It works even with a small audience, right? Small numbers. And so going viral is just the bonus, not the goal, right? If we can get crazy reach and we can reach like 50% of our market, we can reach a lot of people because we make really great content, right? High production quality, high value. We stand out from everyone else. That's amazing, right? We're gonna make a lot of money. But if they're not buyers and we're reaching random people, millions and millions of random people, right? We don't have a solution for them and our content isn't specific to solving that problem, nothing great's gonna happen, right? So we wanna remember the trust content ecosystem works like this: authority to reciprocity to conversion. So if you've been chasing virality to grow your service-based business, your coaching business, your info product business, you should stop doing it. You don't need to reach everyone. You need to reach the right people with a clear avatar, high ticket offer that actually solves a problem that they have and are dire to have fixed, and content that penetrates directly to them on multiple different levels of their awareness of the information that they need to receive in order to book a call, make that sale. So your content does 90% of the heavy lifting. It pre-sells your leads, qualifies your leads, books them on your calendar. So you're not chasing leads one by one. You're not in the DMs all day long. You're not sending outbound outreaches to people. And so that overall, you can be collecting $100,000 cash from an audience of just 5,000 people. And this is the power of treating your content like a system and not like a gamble, not throwing content at the wall. And it's exactly what we build inside of the trust content ecosystem for myself and for my clients. So if you want to see exactly how this could plug into your specific business, whether you're doing coaching, whether you're selling an info product, you're running some sort of service-based business, I'll leave a link down below in the description where you can apply to work with me and my team one-on-one. We'd be mapping out everything there, see how this could plug into your specific brand and offer, and find out what the best levers to pull, the lowest hanging fruits are as of now. But that wraps up this video. Hope it was valuable. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe for future content, and I'll see you in the next video.